Right, guys and girls, iPhone 14 Pro came in for the back glass. So I started doing it, but I wanted to record a video. All refurb of the back glass starts with heating up the phone at 80 degrees, making it firmly hot, so it's easier to work with peeling the glass from off the back. The second step you do is you use this device to sharpen all your tools before you start your work. The only three tools that you are using are your isomer, your screwdriver, your wooden handle peeling tool, and cracking the glass dough. Okay? And the way you sharpen it, you just use the right side grinding stone. You just really quickly go on one side, another side, and it makes it really sharp. Check it like this. Same you do with a screwdriver, always sharpen the end bit. Making it ultra sharp, there you go. Same goes with this. I've already sharpened them, I just show you just to get to how I do it. There we go, and as you can see, all the edges is like knife blade, super sharp. You can't see it on the camera, but yeah, definitely sharp. When you switch it off, you put this on about 365, between 5 and 6 airflow. It doesn't really matter, you adjust your own airflow and your temperatures to how you like it to be. And let me set up the camera. Hopefully that's gonna be sorry for the mess in the bin, but at least I think that's visible. So let me extend the handle just to show you the motion over there. So you use your heat protection gloves. And that's it. You go and take your very hot phone off the bottom preheat station. And there's few things and the new techniques that I developed. Like I said, I started doing it already. But basically, you just entry point is always around this area because there's always a shield plate in here. If you need an additional damage there, always crack it with the cracking tool. So, and as you can see, the camera around here is not cracked at all. I'll show you how to handle this. The rest of it, as you can see, you just point out towards the hot air and you sort of make your entry point. As soon as you made your entry point, you don't need the screwdriver until you get to camera bit. You can use that tool, which is quite handy actually. And also I'll show you how to save almost all the magnets in the middle. So basically, this is all basic. You start working your way, there's two magnets behind there, which is, like I said, I don't always hold it under the heat. You can go sort of in and out from the heat. You need to remove these two magnets because they're just loose. We'll just remove them, put them to the side. We're going to return them after. And as you can see around this area, that's where your magnetic ring is. So if you don't have many cracks, you can actually do, and obviously don't hit it with the max power. Always unscrew it and then on an angle make it like cracked, yeah, and then maybe a little bit there. So it's cracked all the way. Now it's easier to peel smaller bits around the center than it is bigger bits because they start pulling magnets up. Always use your thumb of another hand to put your thumb down to push it down where the central area is, and then just basically go around and start working the glass. So now I'll just go quiet for a while because this part of the phone is quite easy. There's nothing new for you to learn apart from, you remember how I told you I go around the perimeter to release the pressure on the camera. Now when I clean all the bottom, I also go around the central bit to do this last, because when you're doing the camera, obviously you are holding the phone all over the place, and if that thing is already cleaned, you start pushing and pulling and magnets and everything. So you leave that central bit and you create the edges just the same way. You can even grab the screwdriver and you can go around and you start peeling the very edge of it, holding the finger down there. Look, you're just creating yourself a bit of space around the magnetic ring. There we go. And plus it's quite it's quite easy and quick. You can clean all this area. Whilst I was talking, phone's gone a bit cold, but it's start to heating up again. That's why I sort of hold it a little bit longer under the, and I don't ever hold it under direct heat. I always put it up, down, closer, further away, depending on how I feel about temperatures. You see, we removed one small bit. All magnets are in place. Nothing was pulled up, but I don't clean the magnet area now. I just go up, and I always put pressure with this thumb not to peel any extra glass that I don't want to be peeling right now. So basically, that's it. Take your time. You don't have to be quick, even though my top score is like 17 minutes. All done. Something for you to beat, I guess. So yeah, I'll just go quiet for a little while, and you just watch me doing it. I'll be using all three tools. I can actually concentrate on just using that or just using the wooden handle, but I'll try to use all three, so you see it doesn't really matter which tool you use as long as you do it right. And also, you see, you put it on an angle, never go around the edges where there's exposed parts, where there's cables here, right there. You split any of these cable, you're falling into a reboot loop. That's the first dangerous side. And then look, it'll probably look ultra easy when I do it as well. It's just because everything's done right. All the temperatures are correct. Phone is hot. That's why if everything's done right, and you see you open it like a sort of flower leaves there. And again, when you don't want to overheat something, you always use your thumb and sort of shield your own tool against the cables. So you sort of approach the air from this angle, and you put underneath, there you go, and you slide it and put it up. Look, there you go, protecting. You see, and then it's easy and risk-free. Look, there we go. And it's also very, very clean job. There's no leftovers, there's no extra bits sticking out, and there's no danger to dangerous parts. Shield it, angle your air from the safe side, like this, in and out. And there you go, slide under. Easy, you see, almost done. Took me a minute or so, like going through the bottom. Because it's an easiest part anyway. Look, slide underneath. If you get distracted or any customers come in and your phone, and you need to sort of do something else, always put your phone on the heat plate so it keeps warming up. Don't be scared to overheat your phone. With 80 degrees, even if you leave it for a whole day, unlikely anything to break on the OLED screen phones. Obviously don't do that. There we go. Let's carry on. By the way, the bottom, whilst I was talking, I did all the bottom side. You see, everything's perfect. No damages, no dents or any significant casing damages. Also, no scratches on the inside of that metal bit there. Let's carry on. Again, going towards center, always push it down to not to peel too much glass, that you don't want to be doing that. There you go. So right, just as you saw magnets sort of stop there, because we just need that center to stay there until the very end. Now, because there's a small surface here and it's quite narrow, I'll be taking a screwdriver and holding this down. There you go. Again, you're just releasing the pressure around the center. Now we almost completed the circle, you see, and all magnets are still in place. Right. Let's do that easy corner then. You can help yourself if there's not enough cracks. Just do a little bit more, and I'll just show you how to go about the camera. The hardest part of it all. Plus, on the 14 Pro Max, the glass is actually a lot thicker and tougher than it is on the 13 and especially 12 Pro Max. 12 Pro Max, 12 Pros are easier than 13s, and as you go up, the harder they get. So try not to bore the hell out of you with me talking as well at the same time, not to repeat myself. Right. So be careful at the top. There's maybe, it varies from model to model, but there are empty spots there where you can hit the cable too. But if you do everything right, you don't need to even put that much pressure. It just falls off. Everything just falls off by itself. Look. And plus, try to keep it clean right away. As soon as you've done this area, go around the edge and clean the excess glue. Now then, circle. I'll complete that. Anyway, I'll crack there a little bit. Look, you always direct the hit the way you want the glass to crack. Sort of that gives the impulse for glass to crack. You go around the edges, around there, and you see I've done it not so hard that sometimes it doesn't even crack. So you do second time, third time. If you need, you just tighten it a little bit, and then you hit it, and now it cracked. Look, yep. And then you go around the edges, middle, especially middle camera there. So you hit it, so there's a nice pattern of cracks all the way, especially around the edges, because we're gonna be, which is the crucial point. A lot of people struggle with not cracking it enough, maybe not enough heat, maybe they just don't know how to push the bits out, which I'm gonna show you now. So this is all cracked evenly from both sides, and I'll tell you, this is your danger zone. The flash, a lot of people overheat the flash and it melts internally and it short circuits the phone and it starts rebooting, or they just split the cable, or they lose the whole plastic, it just falls off. It doesn't really matter which way you damage the flash, but the certain ways it's damaged, it makes the phone reboot when actually it's short circuited internally. If you actually split the cable, your phone will not reboot, it will boot, but it will just show a flash error because there's a sensor. But it will not go in a boot loop. It will actually fully boot, and then sequentially every 5 minutes it will cause a reboot. If it goes Apple logo off, Apple logo again, it means there's a short circuit, and it cannot even boot. It doesn't matter. You just need a new flash if you damage the flash. So look, what I said. Leave that to the last. You see, magnets are a little bit. You can see them. That one is even moving a little bit, but it's safe. So you can hold your phone firmly whilst you're working around the camera. The main thing, the main principle, what we've done here is release the pressure around the edges, so we've cleaned all around. We're going to do exact same thing. The first, you need to take the whole thing around the perimeter there, the top. So there's place where you can start pushing out the glass, because otherwise, if you don't do that bit, all the rest is waste of time, and you're going to be damaging the rings, scratching everything to hell, and all sorts. So this first step is super mega important. Just watch it. Look. Again, whilst I was talking, phone went a bit cold, but again, don't bother me. I'll manage. And I don't want the flash to move. I'm pushing it down now because it went up a little bit. And don't be scared to change angles. If you got stuck somewhere and you think that it's just not coming away, start from another end then. Yeah. It's a shame that that bit of glass around the flash, it didn't break, it just stayed in circle. So we just literally, look, it just fell off by itself, because like I said, there is nothing that it holds on to. There's no glue there. You see, there's no glue. There you go. This is just an antenna bit and the flash is loose. And we cover the flash. We don't want to point our air towards the flash at all. Just take it from the further away and just start heating. Imagine that your heat hits there. It doesn't really matter. It don't need to be directed on the glass. As long as in general it hits that area, it will hit and melt the glue underneath. So hit the whole thing, and then you just go like this with your screwdriver, because that's the only thing that goes in between the here and there and everywhere. No big tool is useful here. It needs to be that screwdriver that every one of you got, guys. If someone lost it or something, just let me know. I'll send you another one. Look, some of the bits are just falling out by themselves, so we just help them like this, and you see it's already released a lot of pressure around there, so we're not going to go towards that area. So let me just concentrate and create that space that I was on about. A little bit of twisting motions, there you go. This will just fall out. So we're hitting the corner now. Look, things will just fall out by itself. Look, all that fell out. But you see, I'm halfway done. I've released the pressure from the top. I just need to finish that bit there. Always clean. If there's an opportunity for you to push some glass out and get rid of it, always do, because the less glass in your way, the less chances you're going to be scratching or catching on anything. So almost there, guys, almost there. And you wonder why am I not burning myself? Like I said, if you angle and position the air gun the right way, it will never be directed into the wrong places. Simple as that. That big there is a little bit too big, that piece, sorry. So we're just gonna give it additional whack. Look, as soon as I did that, it went all out. So I'm done with releasing the pressure. Same what we did around the area in the middle, we did all the way around the camera. Now this bit is all exposed, so these bits of glass can be pushed that way, that way, that way, any way but towards the flash. Don't push anything towards the flash, okay? And no heat around flash. Look, as soon as I gave it a little bit push, it just came off. Look, push off. I don't even try to twist it or put it up. I just push it sideways, and that all came off. So now that middle bit, there we go, it all comes off. Right, so it's a little bit stuck here, so I don't feel like it's coming off. So I'll change the angle now. And like I said, I'll start from another end. There we go. That big bit came out. Like I said, you see, it's falling out. It's hot enough for me not even to direct it to the hot air. Look, let's see, sideways push, and it just comes off clean and nice. And I don't direct heat into microphone or proximity. So basically, I push it here. I'll cover it with the finger and I'll just direct air towards that area a little bit. There we go. So now, there we go. Just comes off. And I'm not heating anything yet, just now. I just gave it a little bit of a heat, like this. And then all I did was, I pushed it and twisted a little bit there. So now, definitely needs a bit more crack in the middle there, you can tell. So we and that's a safe area. There's no sensors, no cables, there's no holes in direct to cameras. Look, as soon as you made this crack, now this is crucial, this is the center bit. A lot of people struggle to get glass out of there. So all you do is you angle your screwdriver perpendicular towards the phone and start pushing it from the top towards the left side. Look, a little bit of heat, angle it that way, keep pushing. Look, glass just came out this way. You see, I kept pushing it. I didn't even do it that way, I did it that way, and the glass came out easily. Look, it just falls out by itself now. Look, it just all comes out nicely from underneath. And as soon as there's the gap now, we can attack it from this angle, because the screwdriver goes right in between very easily. It'll go under. Again, no need in constant hot air. I'll push hot air now, like this. Few seconds, out. Look, and then everything is just coming out. And now because this is released, I can try it from this end. Look, now it's coming out there. And then try it to that. This way. Look, it just started to very, very easily. It just all falls out. Leaves no paint, no nothing. Again, I'll heat it a bit from the inside. There you go. That's enough heat for me. Look. And now, you just push it out there. Look, that's it. It's all coming out nicely, because everything you do around the cameras is your common sense. You push it towards the emptiness, so there's nothing to lean against or nothing that will resist the pressure. And you see, I'm not touching the flash, and I don't even go to that area ever. Now here, I know that there's a cable right there, so, and these pieces, because it's all released, they're not even glued in. Look, they will just fall out by themselves. Look, look, that last bit there, it just falls out. And I never ever heated anything around here, apart from when I was going around the edge, covering it with a finger. I was heating it from that angle like this. So you're not pointing any hot air towards the flash. It's in one piece, it's all sits where it should be, and we're not touching it. And the rest glass, I'm not even heating. Look, I'm just literally scraping it out, because these bits are not holding to nothing now. Look, and then it goes round like this. Look, how do you like this? No heat, no nothing. Go around the cameras and it's as clean as it gets. Nothing's damaged, nothing's overheated, and always because we did things right from the beginning to the end. And like I said, because everything's clean around the cameras now, and I know there's only a few bits of glass that's stuck there, I will check barehanded. I need to take gloves off, because I'll get the feel then. So you get this magnetic ring is your last bit. Last 3 phones I didn't lose a single magnet, but come on, even if you do 1 or 2, you can always put them back. It's quite easy, because that thing is not in the middle, is not holding to nothing. So as soon as you undo the glass that holds to the middle, you just lift off. So let me just finish it for you. You go half tool on the magnet, half tool on the body, and then you don't, and keep pressing down with the foam of thumb, so you don't pull any magnets up. Look, and I'm not heating it here, I'm heating it there, because the air will spread, it will go down by itself, and it will heat it anyway. Look, yeah. There we go. Because I was talking for too long, it went cold again. There you go. Take your time, small bits. As long as you don't need to waste your time after on redoing the whole magnetic ring, you're already saving time anyway. So you can take your time here, going over the magnets. And then twist it so you snap the small bits off. Don't pull the whole entire thing, because it'll pull it all up. Here, that area is left there. Look, always allow it to fall naturally. There you go, that bit is a bit longer, so it goes over. You see, you're releasing, and then finger holding it down, twisting it, lifting it. You see, it lifts with it, so that's not good. I'll just crack on with the rest of it. There you go. Clean that bit. I'm going towards that side. Again, look at pieces that are in front of you. You know the way they're cracked is the way they're gonna lift. So you know which way the crack is gonna be lifted. And you start holding your thumb of other hand, you know, just to prevent it to pulling too far. There we go. So I can feel that this thing, it is moving because it's loose, but we've pulled this up the right way and no magnets came off. So a few more points left. Release it there, and release that bit. But you know the main thing is, I'm enjoying it actually. Because when you do it right, you'll enjoy it. When things go wrong, that's where you hate it. And with that hate feel, you'll always make mistakes. And look, now all the magnet is released, you see. That middle thing was protecting it all the entire time whilst I was working at the top. And all we need to do now is a little bit stuck there. Just, as soon as the whole surface of the magnet is free, it's not holding on to anything. You see that that thing, yeah? You can go under and then you slice under. Well, it's still holding on this magnet. Fine, we'll remove that bit. There we go. Holding it with the finger, lifting it with another hand. There you go, so I released it. Now, so a little bit there, a little bit there. Yeah, holding it there for 1 second. There we go, goes under. That's it. The reason why I don't rush it is I still want to prove the point. There's no magnets will come off. Because a lot of people think that it's almost impossible, especially on the phones like 14 Pro Max. But I've done it many times, and it's not a show off. I just want to teach you to do it the right way. It's not even teaching you to do this job the right way. It's about any job. You know, when you think it the right way, think it through, you'll do anything without mistakes. You see, it's magnets, so it magnets to this metal. So maybe even that can be upgraded, the last part, with something plastic. But I'll just take my time. I just want to prove the point. There you go. So what we have here is a perfect magnetic ring with no damages, perfectly cleaned phone, and it's guaranteed not going to be rebooting or anything. That glue can come off. So the last stage, I just want to recap the whole process, what I've done here, so you remember. And that's quite important, because if you want, you can always watch this video again, and you'll know what to do. So let me just take my gloves off. And that video took me 30 minutes talking and doing the repair, but like I said, I did the 13 Pro Max a few days ago in 17 minutes when I was just concentrating and doing it to myself. So now we feel that there's nothing left. Again, you'll find your best tool to finish it is always a screwdriver, because it goes into little areas and you can finish off, especially around the edges, because you want your glass to go as flat as it goes. And obviously we're using our press tool now, which is great, but you don't want to be leaving any glass bits on the housing, because if you use a press tool on the glass and you forgot to clean it, it potentially may crack the glass. So as soon as you start feeling it all fine, there's nothing's there, look, it's all great, that's all fine. That is all cool. I'll just clean around the edges. I'll check that bit there. The best ultimate test is you just grab the glass that you're gonna fit and you fit it without a glue, and it should go all the way up nicely with any crackling noises. And if that's the case, you remove it, you apply glue, and then you jam it in your press machine. George, can you pass me the back glass for this 14 Pro, please? There you go. So all you do is just peel it around the camera because you want it to go through. In fact, just take the cover off. You have your phone. Visually, I know it's fine. Yeah, don't forget to return these two magnets. Obviously, they go in there before you put it on, but before you put the glue on. So what you do is you just point it, and it should go nice and easy with no sort of resistance, like here. Look, it went all the way, and that's how you check it. You see, it's flat. It's not sticking out, and it's without me even trying to press it hard. It's already went in nicely, and it has no edge gap there, nothing around the cameras. Beautiful. Look, so now I know I can go and apply glue and jam it in our press machine because nothing's crackling. The flash went in perfectly. All rings are perfect. They've not moved a single inch. They've just not moved anywhere. No scratches, nothing. So then you just push it down like this and then remove the glass. Okay, so you see there's no scratches on here either, so otherwise it'd be scratched if there'd be anything. So that's it, guys, and I know that it's going to be at the end of the video, so just fast forward it in future if you forget something. So let's go recap everything. You sharpen your tools, you preheat your phone. 3 tools that you use: screwdriver, the most important one. You can't do a repair without that screwdriver. Then your isoscemer sharpened, and that wooden handle tool, and your glass cracker. Then you start from this area, clean all the bottom part. Then you know your center part, you just need to release it around the edges and leave the middle bit to the last. Then you go all the way to here and clean that top right corner. Then you release the pressure around the cameras just by creating a path for glass to be pushed out that way. Again, as soon as you've done that, use your glass cracker to evenly crack the glass around everywhere. Don't ever apply any heat around the flash, because you just saw me not doing it a single time and it works. Glass just falls off at the end by itself. And then as soon as that all cleared and cleaned and you pushed all the glass the right way, never push it that way, as I said. And also your heat gun, a lot of people just don't understand why is it that I don't point the heat gun sometimes to where I need it to be. I can point the heat gun in this area, it's safe, it's fine. But in this area, you angle it, you point it like on an angle, so the air flows in between cameras. It's still gonna hit the whole entire area anyway, so you don't risk pointing it at flash or at that sensor, let's say, or here where the battery is exposed. So you always angle it, and as soon as that is clean, you finish off. You're releasing just the magnets around the perimeter, and as soon as they're all released, just peel the middle bit and lift it off carefully, taking your time. Like I said, me doing it by myself, 17 minutes. Come on, guys, somebody post a video of doing it quicker than in 17 minutes, same quality, gets £100 from me personally. Okay, that's a promise. George has already started counting his looking at me weirdly. Anyway, you have George there as a competition. Okay, 100 quid doing it. Listen, I'm very good at video editing. I know where video is edited, so don't try to bullshit me. Yeah, the whole video recorded 17 minutes. One magnet falls off, that's it. Consider it lost straight away. So the end result needs to be like this. In 17 minutes, okay, I even give you an advantage. I did it in 17 minutes and glued it in. So you can have 17 minutes if it's just, that's the end result. So if you're holding it like this, 17 minutes, you're a winner. Okay, right, guys, that was a very long awaited video that I wanted to do, well delayed. Hopefully that teaches you the best technique of back glass removal of any iPhone, but iPhone 12 Pro Max, the only phone that needs screen removing, camera removing before you do it, and then these two holes around this camera sealed. That's the only model that has it. We have a broken 12 Pro Max screen here, which we even cut the cable off. So when we remove the original screen and camera, we just use this as a cap. We put it on and then we work, because last thing you want is to work and hold your phone with exposed cables, and also it makes it sort of more rigid when the screen's inside. It's less flimsy. So yeah, that's only 12 Pro Max. All the rest I like that. Yeah, good luck, guys. You know what, even if you do, the 12 Pro Max, like I say, the 12 Pro is the easiest phone to beat me on 17 minutes. And if it's black color, I'll give you another incent. Black color is easiest color to do. For some reason it falls off a lot easier than any other color. Good luck, guys. Take care.